Did you ever fail a class?
I would show up and like I'd play one note and he'd be like, sounds like you didn't practice, leave.
For the past year, she's been trying to convince me to not go to college.
I hated my life in the best way possible.
Evelyn's failing algebra right now. Like,
We would have parties.
Oh.
hey guys,
Welcome
back to the
Ha Ha
Welcome. Thanks for wanting to join, and thanks for wanting to listen to us. Yeah.
We have a very, very special topic that we're going to be diving into today. But before we get into that,
We look crazy right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Literally
can you
ignore-
please address how we look. Like, you are so lucky if you're a Spotify listener or an Apple Music listener, because you don't see the state of our faces right now.
yeah.
we just got back from our yearly Christmas
photo
shoot.
shoot, and by now our pictures should be up, so go check it out. But I look like a 90s modern housewife right now.
Yeah.
So, or like I'm giving Lana Del Rey, like whatever you want to interpret my.
But I fear
Aesthetic.
we ate the concept down for this year. Guys, we started a tradition last year, unknowingly. And every year we're going to be making Christmas photo shoots. Christmas cards, and then making a photo shoot out of it. And yeah, we go really, really extra. We hire like a makeup artist, a stylist, a hairstylist, a photographer, a studio, and like literally go extra just for photo cards. But you know what? I think it's worth it. In the future, we're gonna look back on these pictures and be like,
Damn, we ate.
I'm gonna make sure my kids know I was once a baddie.
We should frame our last year's photo shoots and like have a collection of all of the framed photo shoots
Put it
that
up in
we've
this
done.
room.
Yeah, that would be so
Same with the
sick.
Halloween one.
Yeah. Like every photo shoot we've done, we should frame them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are really excited. The pictures are out by now, but currently I am looking like a freaking mess. I have makeup all over my face, hair gel all over my hair. Literally after every photo shoots, it looks pretty in the pictures, but like in real life, you kind of look like a clown, and that's just the reality of it.
Yeah.
Because like the camera like blows out a lot of your features, so you have to put extra makeup to like make up for it, and then you come out of the lighting and you're like, damn. Why my face caked up right now?
Yeah.
Double caked up on a Tuesday night.
Guys, yesterday I slept at Erica's apartment, and I don't think I've ever experienced a more uncomfortable sleep in my entire life. Erica has rock hard pillows. Like, they're so hard. It feels like it's so uncomfortable.
It's
I
so
wanted
comfy.
to cry. I literally wanted to cry.
I love my pillows.
No,
I
and
don't
then
like hard pillows.
It's so uncomfortable.
It's so uncomfortable.
And when I woke up this morning, my head, I'm not kidding, it was hanging off Erica's bed. Like, this is Erica's bed, and this is where your feet go. My head was hanging off of it. And when I woke up to my alarm, I was like, and I was like, oh, what is going on? Like, I feel paralyzed. It hurts.
I
my
woke
God.
up in the middle of the night to heavy weight on my feet. Like, heavy weight on like my legs. And I'm like, I'm paralyzed. I can't move it. I can't move. What's happening? I open my eyes, look up. It's fucking Emily cuddling my legs. She's spooning the shit out of my legs.
my,
And I was like,
my sisters are the worst people to sleep with.
no, it's just Emily, bro.
Yeah, Emily
she
is-
moves so much in her sleep.
Bro.
I literally had to kick her off and like give her a pillow to cuddle, because I was like,
she cuddles me in
Like-
bed, and I'm like, ew, please stop touching me, please. She rolls over, and her big hand like reaches on my freaking arm, and I'm like, oh, please stop, please stop, please.
I literally woke up. Erica, like, threw me a pillow, and I was like, this works. And I started cuddling that.
I was like, what the and then I get up to get water for 2 seconds, okay? And I was like, okay, she better not take up my space, my part of the bed when I come back. I come back, she's sprawled. I was like, oh, perfect. So I just shove her. I'd be like,
She
Emily.
shoved me so hard.
And it's because your body's so heavy. Like, even if I try to lift your arm up, like, she's dead weight. So she's like, so I had to like shove her.
You also do this thing where you put your leg on top of me when you're sleeping,
yeah.
and it's so annoying.
Actually,
Yes. Why can't you sleep still? Like,
I can't.
I sleep still. Like,
I sleep still.
if I wake up, sometimes like my bed cover, the only part that is like flipped around and is crazy is the part I slept in.
Yeah,
like the
same.
other side of the bed is completely still.
But
Same.
like that's the thing. That's the same for me when I'm alone. I only move around when I'm sleeping with other people. Like actually,
I've seen bedroom bed looks like at home. It's
okay,
all
well that's
ruffled
after I'm
up.
like awoken and like in my bed like doom scrolling.
Moral of the story: don't sleep with your sisters.
Yeah. I don't know why there was a moral of a story to that, but
Wait, okay, let's get to the joke of the day.
roll intro for joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Here is the joke of the day.
Plot twist, Vito. There's never
An
there's
intro.
No
Every episode, I'm like, roll intro. There's no intro. We have yet to see the intro.
Yeah, I don't even know what this
We've been
intro
backlogging our videos so much because the holidays are coming up. We have not seen our intro for joke of the day yet. Joke of the day?
Oh my
Joke
god,
of the
Evelyn,
day?
for some reason, she kept talking to her hairstylist back in an Asian accent.
Wait, can we first start with the joke of the day? Okay, that's the joke of the day.
Like
I do this thing. I can't.
Evelyn like mimics other people's accents.
I
And it
mirror
like caught me off guard. I was like standing next to Evelyn, and our hairstylist asked Evelyn something, and Evelyn was like, "Oh, Betty, good." And I was like, "What the?" I was like, "You don't even have an accent. Why?" And she also like talks in a baby voice, like as if like the people she's talking to is a baby.
Wait, I have this weird thing when I'm talking to someone who's not that good at English. I mirror their accent.
But like, why?
I don't know.
She said pretty good.
Yes. I was like, what?
Okay, backstory. Our hairstylist today for the photo shoot, she's from Japan.
Akune.
Shout out to her, Akune. She's amazing. She did our hair. But she has an Japanese accent because she is
Just
new
came
to
to,
America. Yeah. So she has like an Asian accent and she'd be talking to me and like I would sometimes catch myself responding to her in an Asian accent. Like I was like, very good.
I was like saying this on my phone. I was like, did I just hear that correctly?
Or I'll be like, oh no.
yes. Yes.
Oh no. Oh, you want to come here?
Yes.
Like, I'll like talk to her in an Asian accent. I don't know why I do this. It's
You do this in Korea too.
yeah, in Korea.
Anywhere in Asia we go to, she starts like acting like she's
My past non-English speaking self just comes out. That's what it is. And I don't know why I do it. I just do it. It's so embarrassing. Every time I catch myself do that, I'm like,
why the did I just do that?
why the like
Oh, very good.
I've been very, very good. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you so much.
like do you think she thinks that I'm making fun of her accent? No, right?
I don't know.
Okay,
I
whatever.
don't think
But
she
you
knows.
like your face has such like a sincere. You're like, oh no, it's okay, and I'm like,
Very good. Well, that was the joke of the day. I mirror other people's accent. Anyways, today's topic, we're diving into college advice. A lot of our viewers, subscribers, cat cakes are in college or going up to college, so might as well do a whole episode on this because I actually think it's a very important topic. And my goal for today is if I was about to go to college and I stumbled upon this video, I would find this video very helpful. So I hope this
Well,
video...
I don't know how helpful, but we'll try to be helpful.
Yeah.
What are our stats, our credentials?
Okay. I'm a college graduate from Manhattan School of Music,
what'd you major in?
classical performance in oboe, Manhattan School of Music.
Why are you talking like that, bro?
Dun.
Man, College of Music. Hi, I'm Erica. I'm 21 years old. I went to Fordham University and I'm currently taking a gap year. So I should be a senior in college right now, but I'm not because I'm taking a gap year in college.
So she's graduating a year late. She's supposed to be graduating this year with me. So
What about you, Emily?
I'm 17 and I'm a senior in high school who's applying to colleges. Dun, dun, dun.
So, Emily, what kind of advice would you like from your older sisters? Since I'm a college graduate, like I know everything. I'm wise and old and smart.
Evelyn's finally putting her college diploma
Well,
to use.
actually, Evelyn doesn't want me to go to college. For the past year, she's been trying to convince me to not go to college.
Yeah, I honestly think college is a total waste of time. Not gonna lie. Okay, it like really depends on everyone's situation. If you want to become a doctor or a lawyer or any profession that needs a degree, yes, college is very, very useful. If you want to go to college because you want to do business, you learn more from life experience versus going to school academically. And Emily is in a position where she's already kind of doing like real life stuff. So it's like, why don't you just put school on hold and go full time in whatever career that she's in versus attending school? Because school is always going to be there. You can always apply to school, always go to school. Like I went to Manhattan School of Music. I went to school with 30-year-olds. And I would,
Actually?
yeah. Like 30-year-olds would be in my grade and I would be like, oh my God, like, why are you in school? And he was like, the people that I'd be talking to would be like, oh, I had this opportunity like back then, but now I'm like interested in going back to school just for fun, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like I want to get my education. So they come to school and they're like a freshman or whatever. But I think it's really cool that school's always going to be there for you. And if you have other opportunities in life, you should take that over anything. I guess my opinion on college is that in certain situations, it's definitely useful. But for people that can't afford it, or for people that don't want to go to college, or for people that, the thought of college is overwhelming, I feel like you don't need to feel pressured to not go to college. It's normal for people to graduate from high school and automatically go to college. And people are like, oh my God, if I don't do that, I'm a failure. That's not true at all whatsoever. And that's just what I'm trying to tell you guys.
Okay.
Well, the only reason why I also didn't really have an interest in going to college until I realized that I want to have friends. So,
cool. Well, do you have any questions though, like regarding college?
I don't think she's thought that far.
Oh, okay.
For me, what I've learned from college, apart from like obviously what I learned, is that in a social aspect, I was able to really escape a bubble out of my New Jersey town. And like once I escaped that, I was able to learn so much about other people and other humans and how people were raised and how differently they were brought here. I met literally everyone from everywhere, like Georgia, the country, Taiwan, Australia, other parts of the US, people from Russia, people from Nigeria, like literally so many people. And they were all like international students, so they brought so much culture to the group of people I was hanging out with. So I was really able to escape the bubble I was in back in New Jersey, because in New Jersey it was predominantly white and like Koreans. Not predominantly Koreans, but there was a lot of Koreans around us and predominantly white people. So I was able to really like step into diversify myself. And I was like, whoa, like these are what people eat. These are how people communicate. How, like, it was really cool. And I think college made me really social, and it also helped me learn about myself on how I am in social spaces, what kind of person I am. And it was just very character developing. And I honestly miss college. Like I miss dorming. Like I wish I could just stay as a freshman in my dorms for another year. Like if I could go back, because I feel like freshman year of college is always the most fun for everybody. Like majority, like freshman year is so fun because it felt like a sleepover with me and my friends every single day. Like think about a whole building filled with kids your age, and it's co-ed. Like there's just a bunch of kids in one giant building, and then you go to school together, and then you cook together, and you do laundry together, and you go grocery shopping together. It's legit like a sleepover every single day. And then there's obviously drama, which is like exhausting, but then when you think back on it, you're like, holy shit, that was so funny. And it was just what a great time. Like, you go partying together, you come home drunk together, and then you wake up and you debrief every day together. Like,
my experience was completely the opposite, but okay.
I had so much fun. Like, I had 8 total girls in my freshman dorm, 8 including me, 2 bathrooms, 1 kitchen, and 1 living space shared. And man, was that so fun. Originally, my dorming situation, I was supposed to have 1 roommate, and that turned into 7 roommates. And at first I was like, oh, like I was completely fine with like having 7 other roommates. I was just like, oh, I'll probably not be really close to them and like mind my own business and like kind of just do my own thing for the next year. No, like I was eating, breathing, like sleeping with my friends and my roommates every single day. Like, we got so close so fast, and I'm still friends with a lot of them. So I think college is so crucial just for your character developing and the social aspect of it. And I feel like a lot of college students can attest to that. Like, a lot of college students will be like, I don't know what I really learned in college, but I met so many great people coming out of it, you know? Like, you like kind of pick and choose what you learn in college. Like, you can sign up for a class and legit not show up the entire year and still graduate. But there's some classes where you can attend and like pick up on a few things. But ultimately what you really pick up on is like socially and yourself. So gag that.
Yeah, I mean, my experience was not
The same. Well, because you went to music school, so I feel like it's a lot different.
Yeah.
But I feel like
It depends on the school.
Yeah.
It
And
really
how
depends
you
on the
choose to
school.
live it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine, I mean, I did not dorm with 7 other girls. It was 1 other roommate. And I remember when my school was weird about this, like they chose my roommates randomly. And I got paired up with a master student, like a grad student. So she was already, like, she wasn't a freshman. She was already a grad student.
So she was like a lot older than you?
Yeah, she was like 30.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was
Or like, no, she was like 28 or something
Was she
like
the
that.
psycho one?
No. This was freshman year.
No.
And
I remember this.
I remember she would go to sleep so early. Like, she'd go to sleep at like 9 p.m. And then every time I come back from a party, I would feel so bad. It'd be like 11 p.m. and she's like already tucked in bed. And I'm like sneaking in the room and like taking my makeup off with my phone flashlight because we're sharing one room. It was honestly so bad. I didn't like it. And I wanted to move out into like a single dorm ASAP. And everyone felt the same. Like, it's like, because your dorm was, I mean, I guess, yeah, you were sharing. Yeah. I don't like sharing spaces with people. And it was like 1 room, 2 beds right next to each other, side by side, especially if my roommate is like not the same age as me. We're just completely strangers. We're just like
Coexisting.
Coexisting with each other. So
Yeah,
That's how
so
I thought
awkward.
I would be. Like, I thought I would fully be coexisting with someone. And honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, I could coexist with someone and be perfectly fine with it. And then I walk into my dorm for the first time, and there's legit no space. Like, it was the tiniest
I
room.
remember that.
And I got there late, and I got top bunk, bro. The face, and I got like the corner of the room, and I had to share like a closet space with someone, my roommate. And I was like, holy okay, whatever. And turned out my top bunk was legit my safe space. Like, no one went on the top bunk because everyone's like lazy to go on the top bunk. But everyone, like, my room 5F3 became like everyone's like hangout spot. So like late at night, all the girls would come into my room and they would like sit on everyone else's bed. But because my bed is the top bunk, no one sat on the top bunk. So no one sat on my bed. My sheets never got dirty. I had my like own like privacy in the top bunk. And then same with my closet and my desk. Like, no one really touched it. I shared my PR with my girls. Like, it was so much fun.
What's an advice you want to give to a about to be a freshman in college?
I would say legit, like, I remember the day I moved in, I was like, holy, I really need to put my social game to like an A game. If not, like, I'm not making any friends. So I remember like the first week, even if I didn't want to go out, I was like, no, like you have to go out. Like you have to make these memories. So make sure like in college, especially the first month, that's when everyone is trying to make friends. Like do not be shy to make friends. Like everyone is there to make friends. And I think that's just super important. Go to orientation, go to the like college welcoming parties, say hi to people on your floor, like just say hi. And I feel like in college it's so much more different in high school where no one's that cliquey and everyone just wants to be friends with everybody.
And take advantage of your student discounts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's honestly my biggest tip.
If someone
take advantage of your student discounts.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the amount of times I didn't do that angers me so much.
What
like
kind
I
of
paid.
discounts did you get?
There's Apple student discounts.
There's a
Health
website where
stuff.
there's a website where you can find like discounts. I forgot what it was called.
There's a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
There's like Broadway student discounts.
Yeah, like museum
If you're
tickets.
a New
You
York
can get
City
free.
student,
Yeah, you can get free
museum.
tickets for museums if you're a student.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's crazy. Also, yeah, so friends, make them all freshman year, especially the first few months, and really try to open yourself up. Especially if you're an introvert, just try to open yourself up. You can maybe make like the best friends of your life. And
Would you if you were to go back, would you have joined a sorority and
well, my college doesn't have sororities, so
You know NYU does.
yeah.
Fordham doesn't.
Fordham doesn't. We have like sports clubs, but that's in the other campus. But yeah, NYU has sororities. I know a couple friends that have it, but
Would you if you could go back and you didn't do YouTube, would you want to go to school, like a bigger school?
like
no, I
looking-
loved going to the city. I loved going to the school in the
Or
city.
like Northwestern or
No.
Chicago?
well,
I
like
don't know.
when I go to like Rutgers to like visit my friends or like really big campuses that are very campus vibes, I'm like, dang, this is low-key a vibe. I'm like, it feels very like
Yeah.
you romanticize it and it's very cute.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like your own city, but with all
students.
people your age, So that's also really cool. But
Yeah.
I also liked having like the city to have my own independence. Like
I think going to the school in the city makes you more independent. It
Yeah.
makes you work harder, if that makes any sense, because you see all these other people in the city that are working, and it's not just the bubble of just school. So you think about the future a little bit more instead of being in school just to go to school.
If
Yeah.
I didn't do YouTube, my dream school would have been Boston College. Like their campus looks so nice and it just looks so fun in general.
yeah, BC looks pretty fun. And what else? Oh, like I would make sure once you have a roommate or if you live in a suite to set your boundaries as quick as possible, because once you get closer with your roommates and your friends, it's harder to make those boundaries as friends and it gets like really awkward. So I remember like thankfully one of my roommates grew up at boarding school, so she had a lot of roommates growing up, so she kind of knew like the whole gist, and she was like, all right, let's make rules, like let's make boundaries. She was like, let's make this fast and nothing personal, and yeah, make sure you do that.
Also, I guess this isn't a tip for freshman students, but this is a good thing to keep in mind. The reason why people go to college is so that they can get a job afterwards, right? So I feel like students, they go to school just to go to school, but then they forget that they have to apply to jobs and stuff afterwards. And the people that do realize that they have to do that, they start early and they start in sophomore year. And I feel like that's really important because after you graduate, you're literally done with school and you're like in the real life world. So you need to prep that during your college years and start, like freshmen could be having fun. From sophomore year, you got to get your shit together. Like you got to have to start thinking about your future and your life and what you're going to do and put yourself out there in the world, because not everything is school. Like not everything, just because you went to a good college and you graduated doesn't mean
you're guaranteed
good.
a job.
Yeah. So I feel like people always like idolize, going to school and getting an education. Yeah, that's good, but that's not the end of everything. So making sure that you're also capable of being in the real life world and putting yourself out there, not just studying and looking at papers.
Yeah.
Just because you get an A at an exam, that isn't going to get you anywhere. You need to start putting yourself out there. So that's my biggest tip, actually, because a lot of my high school friends I see that went to like big campus colleges and stayed in college, they would like do only what you're supposed to do in college, and they're not really out there in the real world. Like they're still stuck in the college world of like partying and, you know, like frats, sororities, like all of that stuff. And they're kind of behind on the adult life. So yeah, that's really important.
Especially like, I don't know, I feel like in the city too, like everyone around me was like had their shit together. Like they were looking at internships early. They knew, you know, what to do, very eager to get opportunities and stuff like that. Just remember freshman year, have fun, but also make sure not to fuck up your GPA, because I know some people who are now graduating and looking for jobs and they're like, my GPA freshman year fucked me up so bad, and they need to like put more shit on their resume. So make sure not to fall too behind in freshman year while you're having fun.
Well, you put a lot of emphasis in trying to make friends and connections the first year. I don't think it's, for me, I don't think it's like the biggest importance. Like just make like a couple of your close friends that you can like be close to and just focus on school.
Yeah. I mean, you don't need a lot of friends, but I think it's fun and good to like put yourself out there, because I'm also not the type of person to like go up to people and make a bunch of friends. But like freshman year, I tried to be as social as possible, and that taught me so much like of me as a person and how I am in other friendships and stuff, and what I like in other people. And I just like learned about other people. Like socializing teaches you a lot. So I would recommend you, especially in college, to socialize.
Oh, also, wait, you were going to say something?
So you just cut me off. I was saying something. You're like,
something
also,
in my
wait,
mind.
were you going to say something? I was saying something.
Wait, finish what you were
Well,
going to
I forgot.
say. Okay.
Wait, were you going to say something?
Yeah. Wait, what was I going to say?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Guys, I really, really, really want to study abroad.
Ooh. Where do you
I
want to study
actually
abroad?
regret not studying abroad too.
Like, if I can ask for anything in life is to study abroad, because
But where?
Anywhere.
Where though? Do you have a specific
Europe,
place?
Asia, Australia.
Mine would probably be Europe, because I have my old captain on field hockey. She goes to Northeastern right now, and she's studying abroad for a semester, and it looks so like she wakes up and she's like in Czech Republic, or she wakes up and she's going to the Eiffel Tower. And it's just like, that's sick. And also like, I feel like studying abroad is so much fun in your college years, because you're traveling the world with like 12 other people that are the same age as you, and you get to do so many things and learn new cultures. And it's, I don't know, it's just like so much fun. Like I would so study abroad if I had the choice to.
Comment down below if you guys have studied abroad and your experiences, because none of us have done that.
Yeah, I wish I did. Like all my friends that studied abroad, like they had so much fun, and I'm so envious. Like obviously I don't regret it, but I'm just like, dang, like
I wonder what that would have been
like that would be so fun.
What would you do if I had to move to a different campus for a year? Like if a college accepted me, but like they were like, only if you go to Italy for a year.
I mean, like, bye-bye.
Actually?
Bye. Yeah.
You would let me?
Yeah.
No, you would not.
Yeah, I would.
No, you would not.
Oh, I just remembered what I was going to say.
You suck.
Professors don't actually want you to fail in college. They want you to graduate, because obviously it's an expensive education. So if you are failing or having trouble with something, just reach out to your professor, email them, and they'll help you.
Go to
They'll
Extra Help.
They'll be on your side.
Yeah, sometimes I would go to Extra Help and I would just be like, hey, the is philosophy. My least favorite subjects in college were philosophy and theology. Oh my God, my school is a Jesuit school, so Jesuit private school. So we had mandatory, like some certain credits, and we had to do theology and philosophy. I do like philosophy, like the whole idea of it, but I hate just like
Name one thing you learned.
I don't know. Like, I legit cannot tell you because they give you massive PDFs of these old, ancient freaking PDFs, and I don't care, okay? I rather watch those cool, interesting YouTube videos that kind of break it down for me. Like, if you explain it to me, I'm like, oh, that's actually really interesting. But if you hand me a 100-page PDF on theology and
Did you what is it called? Do you have to take a class every year?
yeah, every semester.
Oh. Did you pass?
Yeah, I mean, I passed, but I like barely like.
Wait, how do those grades work? Like, do you get numbers or do you just get a PRF?
It depends per class. Like each professor can do it differently.
Did you ever fail a class?
No.
Did you?
No.
Did you have classes?
Yes, of course.
Did you
I
have
had
like math classes? No, right?
No, we didn't have math class. I only took English for 1 year, and then the rest was all about music. I did music history, music theory, sound listening thing.
Wait, if you didn't do YouTube, what would you be doing right now?
I would be
In an
performing
orchestra?
at the New York Philharmonic Orchestra because that was
Actually?
my goal. Yeah,
Do you get money from that or no?
they actually get paid a lot.
Really?
An oboist first chair, New York Philharmonic.
How much?
Like $500K a year.
Damn.
Yeah, my professor got paid that much. And on top of that, students want to learn from you because you got that degree. You're
so then
playing
you
in the
get
New York
more money.
Philharmonic. And my oboe teacher
Holy
lesson, you know how much he charged an hour?
500?
$300
Damn.
for an hour.
How the hell did we afford that?
I
How
know.
did we afford that?
And then my mom, I would get lessons 2 times a week.
So we spent $600 a week.
A week?
On your oboe.
Yeah, and guess how much my oboe costs?
Like, okay.
What? $1,000? Are
Your
you kidding?
oboe?
Yeah.
6?
No.
10?
No.
You're lying.
I swear to God,
I'm a beat you up.
It's $20K.
$20,000.
Your oboe? That's
You're
right now dust.
okay. I maybe that's
We
it's
had
like,
to
it's like 15,000. It's like some. I don't even know the exact price,
And then you
but
have to
it's
make your
somewhere
own
around.
reeds.
And then I had to
those are
make my
expensive.
own reads. Oh my God, music degree is so expensive.
Anyways,
Anyways,
so you spent $600 a week.
That can't be right.
something like that.
That's more
And
than.
then on top of that, I went to Manhattan School of Music pre-college every Saturdays.
How did we afford that?
Did we just start pulling money out our cheeks? I'm so confused.
Did we
just
start growing? Did we just start growing money on the trees?
Like, did mom like pull some strings and like?
You sure it's not 150?
No, I did 30-minute 150 lessons too sometimes. No, it would be sometimes my teacher would kick me out mid-lesson. My teacher was like actually abusive. He would I would show up and like I'd play one note and he'd be like, sounds like you didn't practice, leave. I drive all the way to New York.
Guys, I would have to wait for her in that freaking
Because
car.
it was cheaper to carpool. So my mom would make Emily and me drive with Evelyn to New York from
Across
Jersey.
the George
Because
Washington
if you have like a
Bridge.
certain more than like 2 people
Oh
driving,
my god,
then it's
that
cheaper.
just brought back
That's why
so many
that's why we had
memories.
to carpool with them.
Wait, anyways, we're getting lost off topic. I was talking about what I would be doing if I wasn't doing YouTube. I would be playing at the New York Philharmonic and I would be first chair oboe making $500K a year and teaching students for $300 an hour. That was my dream though.
crazy.
Like I looked up to my teacher. He lived in like a skyrise
That's
New
so
York City
cute.
apartment. I know, it's lit. And then you travel all around the world with the New York Philharmonic. They travel to like China, they travel
But
to
it's hard. Isn't
everywhere.
It, to
It's
get
really
into
hard.
The New York,
Yeah,
philosopher.
New York Philharmonic. And it's really hard. It's like it's almost like debuting as like a K-pop idol. It's that hard.
Whoa there. Whoa.
No, I in fact I think it's harder. I genuinely think so because I was practicing.
So what do you? Okay, but like you're not guaranteed that spot. So what would you do if that's not the
like
case?
you have to just
Be a
guarantee
brokey?
it. No, like you have to just make sure you
But
get that
I
place.
think there's so many like musicians out there that just like are waving their degree around like the do I do this now?
Well, some musicians, they don't want to do New York Philharmonic because, like performing in an orchestra versus performing solo is different. Performing solo is obviously a lot better because you get all the attention to yourself and you get to play whatever piece you want to play. And then versus an orchestra, it's with the whole group. You're with the entire. It's kind of like being in a K-pop idol like group versus
a soloist.
Yeah, literally, when I was going to school in music college, I was literally thinking to myself, I'm like, I'm living the life as a K-pop idol, but classical music version. Like that's literally what
classical
it is.
music trainee.
Yeah, classical music trainee. I was a classical music trainee, like for real, because every day you would be practicing. At the end of the week, you would perform, and the teacher would grade you based on your performance. It was everything a K-pop idol would do, but in a classical music version, and. Yeah, I just think it's really interesting, and I'm not using that degree anymore, so that's unfortunate. But
where is the New York Philharmonic?
Where is the music philanthropist? Where is the music philanthropist? Philosopher.
You guys sound like such
Where's
uneducated.
What is it called?
New York Philharmonic Orchestra.
Phillips toothbrush?
Guys, my sisters are such opposites of me. They know nothing about classical music.
Philharmonic Orchestra.
It's on 60th something.
Obviously, it's on
Lincoln
Circle.
Center.
Like, obviously, I would know that.
Yeah, why did you ask where is the New York Philharmonic?
I'm being sarcastic because you're saying it in a tone as if it's like such an obvious thing. So you're like, it's on 60th Street.
sure.
Duh, on Lincoln Center. Like,
Guys,
bruh,
I would take them.
I
would take them to classical music concerts, like orchestra concerts, and then midway they'd both be sleeping.
I'd be like, get me the fuck out of here.
Guys, the only thing I liked about classical music was when I'd be sleeping and I hear and it's the two things that they play. That was my favorite part because I'd be like, woo! Let's get this show going! And then I'd fall right back asleep. What are those called? Clappers.
Clappers. Golden clappers.
No.
Cymbals.
Cylinder.
You don't even
Cylinder.
know.
I almost said cylinder. No. Oh my god, I'm forgetting.
Symbols? Bro, you got a degree. You don't even know what those symbols are called?
Oh yeah, symbol. It's a symbol.
Oh. Gag
With a
it.
C.
Dude, get me that degree, bro.
Oh my gosh. There was this guy in school in my college. I just remember I had like a memory. Between classes, people like sit around the hallway and they like practice whatever they need to like be practicing for. So we'd have our sheets out, and each instrument would be different. Like I'd be sitting out in the hallway like practicing my fingerings for oboe, and then another person would be practicing their fingerings for flute, and then this guy who played the drum, he'd be like playing the drum in the hallway. And it's just so cool seeing all the different types of
drums are so cool.
Like talent in that hallway. I'd be walking down, like people
Everyone's
would be
just
doing
it's like High School Musical.
Yeah, it's literally like High School Musical. Going to music school is like High School Musical, like genuinely.
And then a girl just pops in the hallway and starts singing.
I was like,
it's like your first day at MSM. You're walking down the hallway. First you hear the flute, then you hear the drums, then you hear the clarinet, and a girl just pops out of nowhere and it's like, "You've got the magic in me." And you're the new kid.
and then the guy in the sax comes out.
Yeah, and then the trumpet, and you're like the new kid. You're walking like, "Whoa,
Yeah.
I made the right choice."
Wait, it's
Mom,
low-key
I
like
want to
that.
be a star just like them.
And then we would have parties.
Oh.
We would have parties, and people would show up with their instruments.
Oh. I know the drummers went crazy.
And we would perform. We would play our instruments, and then we would play like classical music, and like it's low key a
Was
flex.
this your way of flirting?
Like low key?
Like if someone was really good, you'd be like, wow.
if someone's really good, like you're the. And it's low key a flex if you know exactly what the title is of a song. Like if a song's playing, it's like, oh my god, is that the Tchaikovsky Symphony No. 4? I love that piece. Like it's a flex if you know like all the pieces and the numbers and the dates. It's like, oh my god, is this the one from 1972? Oh, that one's like amazing.
Ugh, that's such a rare find. That's so niche.
Yeah, so niche.
Bruh, music
Yeah.
school is so
It's
interesting.
so different from regular college. I honestly, like, looking back at it, it was such a cool experience.
Do you wish you went as like a different major, not with music, and like a regular study, like business or communications?
Not really, because
I don't think you would have survived.
No, I think music school is harder.
No, but like I mean, like yeah, it's hard, but like I don't think you're good with like education.
Well, that's exactly
would've
why I
given
went
us-
with music.
Yeah, exactly. So like I don't.
No,
think
I remember in high school, I was like, I do not, I refuse to stare at a textbook and read words. Like, I am not gonna study.
I remember.
Like, I remember, I'm like, I am not, like, paper and pencil and reading and tests. Like, that is not for me. Like, I just knew
We
it.
can tell.
I just knew it from my core. Like, I knew it.
I was like looking through mom's emails and I found a really old one from like 2016 and it was like from your math teacher from like algebra and it was like Evelyn's failing algebra right now. Like
Oh yeah, this was in senior year. This is when
You took algebra in senior year?
No, it wasn't algebra. It was something else. It was
it had to have calculus,
like
because your
calculus or
senior
something
year.
like that. Basically what happened was
Or statistics.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever. I don't really care the topic of the math. But I had to choose midway high school whether I was going to continue with my music. And if I didn't, then I would have to go all in on education and actually, apply for real colleges and study and stuff. And if not, I would have had to go all in on music. And I, at that time, knew I wasn't going to do anything with, studying other stuff. So I was like, I'm going to go all in on music. And that meant I had to not give a fuck about school. And the truth is, like, music school, when applying to music colleges, they don't care about your academics at all. They only care if you're good at your instrument and playing it and performing it. So I decided junior year of high school, I'm not going to study at all and practice. So what I would do is I would attend school. I would just force myself to go to school, get through it. And then after school, I would practice from like 3 to 9 and then go to lessons. Like, I killed myself after school, like playing my instrument. But then like I didn't study for school. So that's why I was failing in math, because like I wasn't studying for the math test, nor did I care. And I was trying to just pass high school so that I can like focus on music. So that's why I failed my math.
I remember Evelyn was applying to colleges on the couch and it was like the section for the Common App essay and she's like, I don't even care. She was like,
Yeah.
because they don't look at your Common App essay.
They don't look at Common App essays. Music schools
What?
don't care. They're like, it's optional to send in your SATs at the time. But I already took an SAT, so I handed it in anyways, but they don't give a like the only thing that matters is you go into the school in person and perform. And the teachers are like, oh, yeah, this student looks like they're going to make it into New York Phil. But that's what I'm saying. It's literally like K-pop trainee idol. You know how like there's like the reality TV competition shows. Mm-hmm. You know how like they have to perform in front of the judges and they're either like, yes, you're in, yes, no, you're out. It's literally like that in music school.
Comment down below if you guys are applying for music school or if you went to a music school.
I'm praying for you. It's literally a nightmare, but it's so fun. It's like a nightmare but fun.
Damn.
It's like every day you're under pressure. Because imagine you have to show up in class and perform. Imagine, like, you can half studying.
I wonder why mom and dad never put me and Erica into musical stuff.
Because
they put me in music and I was like, this freaking shit, bro. I legit played violin for like, I think 6 months and I was like, yeah, after this
thing. I played the clarinet in middle school band and then the piano for 2 weeks and she was my teacher and I hated it. She literally was abusive.
Well, I think mom quickly realized that like being really good at an instrument, like if you're not going to go to college, she was just like,
also
let's stop spending money for this lesson.
Also for music, really the thing is you only do it if you
enjoy it.
If you love it and you can't live your life without it. Because there are some people in my school like the only people that can succeed in music is if you truly are like, I don't care if I die poor or die unsuccessful or if I die like doing nothing, as long as if I get to play this instrument and I get to live it for the rest of my life.
How old
like
were
that's
you
the mentality you have to be.
when you started oboe?
I was in 6th grade when I started playing the oboe, and then I played the piano starting 2nd grade or 1st grade. Or
What got you into oboe?
Oh, this is actually a really funny story. I actually used to play the flute. I picked the flute. When, you know how in middle school you choose an instrument, you go into band class, you choose an instrument. I picked the flute because all the girls were picking the flute. So I picked the flute. I was playing it, blah blah blah. And my flute teacher at the time was so mean.
Oh, yeah.
He was like a man, like a guy teacher, and he was so mean. And there was so many girls playing the flute. So there was a lot of competition. Like the teacher will like the person that is the best at flute. So he'll like favor the flautist that's more talented. And then I was kind of like bad at it. And one day I was practicing the flute. I was getting really frustrated. I was like, oh, I hate this. And then I don't know why I like stuck a marker up my flute. You know the highlighter marker? It like got stuck in my flute. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Something happened and the marker got stuck inside my flute. And I was so scared to admit that to my teacher because I thought like the teacher was gonna like get mad at me or something. Like I don't know what I was thinking, but I packed up my flute, and then the next day I was like, hey, I'm gonna quit. So I quit because I stuck a marker up my flute and I was too scared to admit it.
Did he ever find out?
No, he never found out. And then the next day I was like, yeah, I'm gonna switch to oboe. Yeah. And the teacher actually hated me when I was playing the flute. Once I switched to oboe, he loved me. He loved me because oboe, there's not a lot of oboists in band, and band teachers love oboes. I don't know why. Orchestra teachers love oboes because they're also rare. Oboe is a really rare instrument to learn and play. So teachers, I was like the teacher's pet in band. Like every time they're like, "Oh my god, you're an oboist! I love you!" And I loved it. I was like, ate it up. Like I was like the star of the show. And also oboes, they tune the entire band and orchestra, so you're kind of like,
What do you mean tune?
like you play the A note A, and then everyone tunes to your note because the oboe sound is like the most prominent tone in the band. So everyone's like waiting for you to play the A. So I'm like, I grab my, I pull out my A, I pull up my oboe, and I'm like, everyone ready?
The rest of the band.
And then I play the note first, and this happens like in front of concerts too, like right before you're performing, like you tune, so everyone gets all quiet and they all like turn their head at me, and I'm like,
Toss.
are you guys ready for this?
Plays the wrong note.
Plays the wrong note.
Gets a voice crack.
And I would get a lot of solos too as a band kid because the oboe sound is so nice, and it's like a really rare sound in the band. So if you guys are in middle school and you want to learn an instrument, I highly, highly recommend the oboe.
My middle school never gave us option for oboe.
No schools do actually. So you just bring your own instrument.
So how did you find out about the oboe? I'm so confused. You're like, I like that. Like, where did you learn about the oboe?
So my mom's friend was an oboe teacher, and she knew her before, and she was like, oh, like maybe Evelyn should try out the oboe. And she came over one day. She played me a piece with her oboe, like in person. And obviously, like I'm not gonna look at that and be like, ew, I don't want to play that. I looked at her. I'm like, wow.
That's my future.
The most beautiful.
She changed your life
ever.
right there.
And the way she played it, I remember this crystal clear. Like she came in and she like pulled out her oboe, put it all together, and like she put her reed in her water. And like the way she like handled her instrument, it looked so pro. And I'm like, dang, she looks so cool doing all of that. And
Fuck this shit.
She would put all the oboe together, and then she would play me like the Gabriel's oboe piece. And I'm like, wow, like I want to learn that. That is the beautiful instrument. So ever since then, I was like, okay, yes, let's
She
do
changed
oboe.
your life.
Yeah, so thank you to that teacher. Thank you to my mom's friend that introduced me to the oboe, and I was able to learn oboe and go to college with it. That was amazing. The worst thing about oboe is the double reed part. Oh my god, the mouthpiece.
All right, bro. No one knows what the f- you're talking about.
Can I please just rant about it for a second though? Like, if you guys are oboists, you guys know the pain. The pain It is actually it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. Basically what it is you're getting two flat pieces of wood tied up with the string and blow between it, and that's how you make the noise. And you make it yourself. You make the reed yourself. And the wood pieces are incredibly sensitive, so any temperatures change. If the water's too hot, if the water's too cold, whatever it is, the wood changes every single day. And you need to soak it every single day. You need to play it every single day. You have to carve it, shave it. And like the amount of times that it would like break on me when I needed it or when I need to perform, like I would get so much anxiety when I'm like about to perform and my reed is like chipped or like it's not performing the way it is supposed to perform and I have to always work on it. Like, oh my God.
I remember like seeing all your tools to build it and I was like, what the
hell? It is
hell?
Such a nightmare. Like, do not, actually, you know what? I take it back. Don't play the oboe. It's actually a nightmare. Because like I would look at flutists and their headpiece is always the same. It's always going to be the same. It's the metal and like, you know, as long as we take care of it, it's going to be fine. With an oboe mouthpiece, like that only lasts a week. I swear to God. Like it only lasts 1 or 2 weeks max, maybe 3 weeks. And then you have to get a new piece. And it's
so
like,
expensive.
It's so expensive too. Like one reed is like $30 if you buy it from like a teacher who sells them, or $35.
You used to sell them.
Did you have a friend?
Yeah.
Did you have a friend that was like hella good at making it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. Like it's really hard to make reeds and I was not that good, but like I eventually started to learn, but I had a teacher that would just sell reeds. And then when I went to college, my teacher was like, you can't buy reeds anymore. You have to make your own. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to kill myself now. Thank you very much. Yeah. Honestly, the hardest part about learning the oboe is learning how to make the reed.
What the hell?
Yeah. So it's literally like learning two different instruments. Oh, and then with the oboe in orchestras, you learn to play the English horn, and it's like the bigger version of the oboe. And they have a
change this podcast title to Evelyn rants about her college life. Change the podcast to do not play the oboe.
Oh my God. And I just remember another memory. Oh my gosh. I would drive 3 hours upstate New York in the middle of butthole nowhere. That's the only place I could get my oboe fixed. Any little key.
Wait, I thought it was Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
I don't remember this.
In Pennsylvania from New Jersey. I would drive like 3 hours to this random old, like I would go into the house and the repair shop for this oboe place is like the oldest house ever. You walk in and it looks like you're entering like Harry Potter's world. There's like reeds hanging all over. There's like old oboes and pictures. It's like an ancient
It's like
house.
Hunters, but instead it's like oboe.
And then it's like an 80-year-old grandma fixing this oboe. And I'm like, how does
so
one
funny.
And she has like all these massive tools and machines to fix the oboe.
That's
and I would
crazy.
sit there, watch her fix my oboe, and it's crazy. It's like actually
Did it
mind-blowing.
take long?
It would take like 2 hours, and I would just sit there in the cold, like staring at this old woman or old grandpa fixing my oboe. But I'm just like, I'm like mind blown. Like how, like, what if they die? Like, how am I going to get my
Who's
oboe
next?
fixed? You know what I mean? Like, who gets trained to fix oboes? You know what I mean? Like, that's such a niche job. Anyways, like, that was like
How much would you pay her?
a lot, a ton. I would prepare like hundreds of cash to get my oboe fixed.
This is like drug deals, bro.
Yeah, and
Buying reeds, fixing it up.
Oh my God. Because the oboe is a very sensitive instrument. It's made of all wood. So during the winter, if you don't take care of it, if you don't have like
I remember this.
water pressure thingy in your case, the instrument cracks. It fully cracks like wood. And mine fortunately never cracked that bad, because sometimes if it cracks that bad, you have to just throw it out. Like you have to get a new one, or you have to get like that part just replaced or something. But my keys would get all fucked up, and yeah, the pads, you have to get it replaced. My God, it's such a big deal. It's a really big deal owning an instrument, especially an expensive one. It's a lot.
Of course, you chose like the most niche instrument
I know.
ever.
What's another niche instrument?
The oboe is the nichest instrument it can get. Like I
That's crazy.
swear. Yeah.
Comment down below all the oboists.
Because
No,
like
literally, there has to be like a help group, like a help page for oboists.
There definitely is like a Reddit,
It
like
is like
oboist.
so traumatic. I mean, in the best way possible. Like,
I mean, in the best way possible. I hated my life in the best way possible. Well, my college experience was not like that. My college experience was pretty enjoyable. I think the best thing I learned in college was public speaking. I think my sophomore year. I think my sophomore year of college was the most fun for me because our college has a program for all the sophomores for like a whole semester or something, or I think actually the whole year. You work on a whole group project where it's like a whole business competition. It was like a consulting competition. So we basically were assigned groups and you would attend class to make this project come to real life. And we would consult these like big businesses and come up with a business plan and then present it. And then we would go to finals and stuff. And my group and I went to the semifinals. And I think we placed, I forgot what
I
we
remember
placed.
this.
Yeah. But I was so stressed working on this and because if we won this group project thing, we had like opportunities to big internships and people have earned like JP Morgan
really
internships and stuff like that. So people were like super eager, and when other people are really competitive, that makes me competitive. So I'm like, oh, we're about to like fuck this shit up, like we're gonna eat this down, guys. And we had like classes for this group project. So one of our classes was legit like a talking class. So our teacher would grade us on how we talk and present in the class. And I was like, there's no way this is this serious. But it was so serious for her. And at first I was like, this is so tedious. Like, why is this even a feedback that she would give us? Like, for example, like our Google Slides, she would be so nitpicky on each slide, and she would be like, I don't like the font, I think the font should be bigger. How about like instead of putting this many words, you guys only put 5 words, and maybe make the color green and not white, and like very kind of audience view in a way where like the audience can perceive the Google Slides. And obviously when you're making it, it's not that serious. But once we finalized the whole entire project, we were like, damn, like this is so true. And she even gave us tips on how to like present and talk. And I learned a lot about public speaking through that class.
Dang.
Repeat the last 5 sentences I
not a
said.
single word process.
Repeat the last 5
She's like
sentences.
lifting up tries. She's like, dang.
Ew.
No, you said you learned a lot about.
Okay, what are the last 3 sentences I learned?
Can you not do this to me?
Bro, why are you not listening?
I am.
Repeat the last sentences.
I know what you said.
So what did I say? What did I say?
You said that. Okay, now I forgot.
I just can't wait to go to college and get my own apartment after my first year.
Yeah, guys, college is really fun if you make it fun. And also, like, with college classes, you could choose to just, like, not give a and not learn anything. But I think, like, sophomore year and, like, junior year, I was like, all right, I'm going to lock in and I'm going to, if I'm paying for this, like, we paid for our own college education. So I'm like, if I'm paying for this, like, I better learn something. So even if it's, like, that I won't use in the real life, I tried paying attention and actually, like, take in the information. For example, like my accounting classes, I'm not going to get an accounting degree, but I was like, I'm going to try learning this accounting class. Oh, I took business law, and my teacher was pretty fire, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try actually paying attention to this class and like learning. So it's like fun when you pay attention, I guess.
My only tip for music school wannabes, or what is it? Music
Students.
Yeah, my only tip for music students is that only major in music if you can't live without it. And you gotta have thick skin, because I just remembered a memory where at every Fridays we would do group lessons, and oh my God, this was traumatic. It was actually traumatic. It's basically when you and your fellow classmates that play the same instrument have a group lesson with the teacher, the professor. And my professor was so mean. Basically, every Friday, we would all come together and play. He would choose randomly. He'd be like, imagine it's us three. He'd be like, okay, Emily, play what you practiced this week. And then you have to pull out your piece, play in front of everyone. And then he roasts the out of you.
That teacher had a great time doing that.
Yeah, like he'd be like, wow, that was really bad.
Oh my God.
What was the worst thing you've gotten?
Did anyone ever cry?
Yeah.
Actually?
Everyone cried. I didn't cry, but everyone, like, it was depressing. Like, it was really, like, he would be like, if you played bad, he'd be like, Emily, I don't want you to play for the rest of the lesson. Go to the other room and practice the same thing 10 times until I say stop. And then you have to walk out, play it, and then mid-lesson, he'd be like, Emily, do that again. Like, it was actually, hear you. Sounds like shit. Oh my God. I just remember, I just keep having flashbacks right now. It's like trauma memories. It's like, oh my God. I remember I had acne back then when I was playing oboe. I remember, and my face would get so red when I'm playing the oboe, and I would get really embarrassed because I had a crush in my lesson group. I just remember being like so embarrassed playing my oboe in front of him because I know my face was tomato red with all these pimples on my cheeks. And
bro, I really wonder.
With my professor freaking roasting me.
I really wonder, like, how many people watching this have a music degree or getting a music degree.
I'm so curious.
If anyone plays the oboe.
Yeah, please comment down below. If you play the oboe, really, like, good
Trauma
luck
bond
to
with
you.
Evelyn, guys, in the comments.
And if you guys have any questions, I'm selling. If you wanna buy my reed making kits, I have all the instruments. Let me know. DM me, email me. I will sell it to you for cheap because it's rotting in my house right now.
$5 auction.
I'll sell it on eBay.
One,
Going
two,
once, going
three.
twice. Sold.
Anyways, that is the end of our podcast episode. Let me know if you guys found this helpful in any way.
Or
If you
interesting.
learned about Evelyn's oboe traumatic thing being helpful, maybe she'll tell more stories.
Or maybe she'll learn and play you guys a piece.
Yeah, do you guys want to hear her play?
Yeah, let's do a vote. Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to hear me play the oboe? You guys won't hear like the full my
Full potential.
My full potential because I haven't played in 5 years.
Do you think like do you ever think you could remember something off
Muscle
like muscle memory?
Yes, for sure. If I had that Mozart.
Bro, I just remember listening to this.
I could probably play it at this point, bro.
I can
I could
opera
probably sing it next to you
Oh
while you
my
play. With her metronome playing, like, I just remember, like that sound triggers me because I would hear it in my bedroom and she's in the other room like playing it so loudly, and I'm just like,
God.
oh,
And then the thing she does to warm up her oboe.
oh my God, yes, yes.
And I'm like, oh my fucking God.
Or where she would, like,
why do
just
you need to
take your
repeat
reed?
this 20 times?
You take your reed and you blow into
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And and you like smack your lips on it. You're like, it's so annoying. Oh my God. Oh.
Those that have siblings that play.
And then,
the
yeah,
oboe.
comment down below if you are the sibling
Of a music student.
Yeah.
Because I feel
we
you.
feel you.
I feel
We
you.
feel the ear pain, okay?
Oh my God. Especially if you have to go to their freaking lessons. Like,
Or their concerts.
oh, the concerts are deadly.
Or just listening to
concerts
their
are deadly.
practice. You were forced into a dress you don't want to wear on a Friday night.
It was like a free nap, bro. And then you get woken up by the cymbals.
You're carrying a flower bouquet for
Acting
no
like
reason.
you want to be there, but you just don't want to be there.
And then you pose with her after the concert and you're like,
oh my.
with nappy eyes.
Holy crap.
I'm crying.
That was painful.
And then you go home to listen to more of that instrument.
Oh,
So
good
comment down
old
below.
days.
Bro.
Anyways,
Bye.
bye.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.